Thank you very much. First of all, I want to start by saying that thank you for all that come here to attend this event. And of course, I want to thank the organizers of this amazing event and Net Company for giving me the opportunity to speak here today. I'm very happy and very honest. It's my first time at a Voxxed event. And of course, in Ioannina, I will be very glad. I love this town. So I'm Konstantinos Liopetas. I'm a senior software engineer at Net Company at the EU department division. And today I'm going to talk about Nix, a tool that I've recently came across. I'm currently experimenting it with this, and my intention is to recommend it to be adopted from our teams because it can improve our developer experience by a very large, we can level up our developer experience. So what we are going to see here today is a very brief introduction. We are not going to get into too much details about Nix and what it is. And we are going to see some live examples on how we can use Nix Shell in our development environments. And final, we are going to see how it can level up our developer experience and with the combination of some other tools that will use also Nix, the DRNV and DevShell. And we are going to show a live demo on how we can use it in our day-to-day tasks. So what is Nix? I don't know if someone has heard about it. Someone has heard about this tool? Okay, so tool is a tool for package management, is for system configuration. What it actually is a functional package manager, which instead of the traditional package managers which are based on the mutable model, this is based on immutability. So there is also Nix OS, which is a Linux distro that utilizes this power, and of course there is supported from multiple platforms like Linux, Mac OS, in Windows with the help of WSL2, and Nix OS. It's an ISO image. So what it offers, what are its key features? It's reproducible, first of all. We can reproduce any environment at any state. The environments are isolated, and if it works on one machine, it works on every machine. This is very important. We eliminate the works on my machine, which all said sometime or heard about it. The environment is declarative, and we can declare dependencies as code. It's trivial to share the dependencies. It's reliable. It will always work, and we can always have a working environment, so we can experiment free with new packages, new dependencies. It's immutable. Once an environment is set, then this environment will stay forever at this state. If we want to update a package, then a new version of this environment will be created. And this is what it offers and make us to have easy rollback so we can experiment with a new feature. If it breaks something, then we can easily roll back to the previous version and we have a working version of this environment. And it's community-driven, it's on GitHub, and we can easily contribute on this project and its features. So why you should use it? Like I said, it's a functional package manager. We have deterministic and reproducible builds. They are immutable and isolated, and we can roll back to any state. And one also key feature is that we have multiple versions of the same applications as we are going to see in our examples. A brief introduction to its key components. There are Nix packages or collections, about 80,000 of them, of various applications and extensions. There is the Nix expression language, which is used to express package configurations, the so-called Nix derivations. So Nix derivations are reproducible. They are the source code, the dependencies, and the build process, all combined in a declaration, and of course, those produce the build package. The source code is hashed, so this offers a little bit to the reproducibility of the Nix derivation, and also to security. We cannot have a tampered source code. When we download it, this source code is hashed, so whenever we download from this source, it will be the same every time. Else, the environment build will fail. Nix store is the outcome of these derivations, the build package, and the Nix shell is the one feature that we are going to show here. And there are isolated reproducible cells on our own bus cell or ZSH, multiple cells we can have, and we can have project-based environments. So let's see here an example. We are on a system cell, and we want to use cowsay to say, hello, Voxxed Ioannina. But we cannot, we don't have it installed. So as you can see, it fails. With a simple command, nixcell -p and cowsay lolcat, we can have instantly in about, until it downloads those derivations and builds them, we can have a nixcell, and then we are in this nixcell when we can say, hello, Voxxed Ioannina, with cowsay and lolcat, and we have the cow greeting us. And once we exit from this cell, again, we don't have these packages instantly. So this was an ad hoc cell. But in our day-to-day environment, we don't want to remember commands. We want something more robust. We want something that works. We get into the directory and it works. So we have the ability to declare cells. Here in the left image, you can see we are in an original cell. I don't know if you can see very good in the screen. We have a Git version, but we don't have Python version or NPM. The Git version here is 225.1. On the right screen, we have a declaration. I won't get into much details with Git, Python 3.11, Node.js, and some other packages. And with just a command, nixcell, the environment is built, it greets us, and then we have a Git version again, which in a different version, we have Python and we have NPM. And as you can see, if we see which Git we are using a Git from a specific path of nixstore in our system. And it's not in the global path. Also Python and NPM. And as simple as that, we can exit this environment and we don't have those dependencies in our system. They do not interfere with any other work we want to do in our system. So, as you might think, you are also starting to building blocks here, how we can improve our developer experience with this tool. So, with Nix and specifically Nix Flakes, DRNV and DevCell, we can improve our developer experience by creating environments that we want to have and track in our codes, and also changing the environments when we change project, or even a branch. Imagine that you are working on a feature branch where we have updated, let's say, the Python version or the Java version, and you want to switch to a production branch to fix a bug. Instantly, you will have this environment loaded up in your system. Here I have an example of two projects, the Voxxed Days 1 and Voxxed Days 2. I won't get into much details of the files you see on the right screen. And here is a declaration where on the left side you will see an environment with Maven 386 and JDK version of Java 17. And on the right side, Maven 396 and JDK 8. So let's see how this works in our real life. So we are on this directory, Voxxed Days 1. We don't have Java installed in our system. And we do not have Maven again, as you can see. But, OK, let's clear our terminal. Let's go to the project 1. When we get in this project, the environment the first time will build, then it will be instantly loaded up. But this is the first time that I'm loading this environment, so it builds. It takes some time. And voila, we have an environment that we also have some commands here, a menu of some commands where we want our development team to use. You have Java version 17 here. We have a Java that runs from a specific Nix store. And we also have Maven version 386. And also, this Maven is from a specific Nix store. As you can see, the Nix store has also a hash in front of the path. So it's a specific path, and another version will be built in a separate Nix store. So here we are trying to run some commands like build local, where we can have some built-in commands for our dev team that we'll usually use in their day-to-day tasks. So when we get out, again, we don't have Java, and we don't have Maven. None of the dependencies we declared. Let's go to project 2. Why not? And then Just in the press of a button, last CD to the directory of the project, the environment builds only the first time. The second time, it will be ready. And we load up a new Java version and a new Maven version. I think you can understand how important is this and how it improves our developer experience. So, as you can see here with Java, again, it is used from a specific Nix store, which is different from the previous one, though. It's a new directory, it's a new Java that has built in a separate directory. And let's switch back to the other project. Why not? We can. Instantly, we have a new environment. We can build our project with the new dependencies. As you can see, we have Java 8, and here we have Java 17 previously. And now we have a different Maven version. 386 again, not 396. And of course, if we see that the Maven and Java are from separate directories. Let's go back to project 2. Here, we also, as you can see, there is a menu that we can pop up with the command menu, and those are commands that execute a terminal commands that we want our developers to use, like deploy states or something like that. And when we exit, again, our environment is refreshed, and we do not have any Java or Maven version in our system configuration. And that's it, our live demo. So in summary, we saw what is Nix, what are its key advantages, why we should use Nix, and how Nix Shell and some other tools can improve our developer experience. All of this I've talked about today. They are live on the Nix website, and I also have the examples I used here today, very basic examples, in my GitHub repository. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for attending this event. It was a great experience for me, and I hope to see you again in another Voxxed event. I don't know if you have any questions. If you, okay. I haven't seen that example yet, but each dependencies, without the dependencies, they are isolated. So if you want, for example, to build 2 instances of Postgres, those 2 instances are isolated. So they will not have conflict with each other, if that was your original question. Or do you mean if Java does not work with this Maven version? Okay, this is the mutable model. So because you have to update any dependency. Nix, first of all, is lazy, so it doesn't bring all the dependencies in. Then you have to bring all the dependencies, and this package will be built in isolation with other packages. In its Nix store, it will have its own, let's say, Nix store with all the dependencies, the source code it needs to be built. But it will not affect any other package that you have declared in your system. I hope this answered the bit of the question. Any other questions? If you mean container for a Docker container, for example. Yes, of course. There are those paths. If I go back, I don't know if I can jump. I don't have here a path, but those directories are on your system. The Nix, the /nix/store /hash/ the name of the package. It's on your directory. So of course you can say to your IntelliJ, go to this directory and use this Java. And of course, with the declaration of shells, you can declare environment variables. So you can say to IntelliJ, for example, use this Java home, for example, or whatever, Kostas variable. And it will pick up from there the binaries that we want for Java, for example. Okay, if no other questions, thank you very much again for attending this event, and have a great day, have a nice day, and let's get connected here. That's all about. Thank you.